What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City transfer update. I am rolling out daily Manchester City transfer updates throughout all of the summer transfer window for you guys to stay up to date on YouTube first and fast with all the latest Manchester City transfer news. So make sure you have subscribed if you haven't already. Also, don't forget social media links. They're in the description below and sliding across at the bottom of the screen if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. Email also in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. TikTok link also in the description if you want to go and follow me on there. Do leave a thumbs up. We smashed 300 likes on the last video. Let's see if we can do it again. 300 likes is the like goal. Also, don't forget as well, most importantly, do let me know your thoughts in the comments below, as I'm always interested in what you do have to say with regards to these transfers. So let's crack on with this video. We're going to start off with the outs, and we've got the very latest on Cole Palmer. Now, let's first say a big congratulations to Cole Palmer on his very impressive performance for England at the Under-21 Championships. Doing very well. So's James Trafford in goal. Taylor Harwood-Bellis, still a Manchester City player, captain in the side, doing very well as well. So big congratulations to them. They've reached the final. Cole Palmer in the semi-final yesterday managed to bag a goal and an assist. Playing very well. Surely lots of suitors out there, as Pete O'Rourke says that Cole Palmer is going to leave Manchester City this summer, and it is going to be out on loan rather than a permanent transfer. He says that that suits all parties involved, and it is going to be a loan more than likely to another Premier League club. So if I'm Manchester City and I'm sitting down and I'm deciding Cole Palmer's going out on loan to another Premier League club, I think Manchester City need to weigh up what Cole Palmer's best position is, what role we want him to be playing with a loan club, what experience are we looking for him to take away from that loan for him to be in the best possible position to come back to Manchester City to compete, to try and get in and around the Manchester City first team squad. And as soon as we can find a club that ticks all them boxes, that's then when I would be sanctioning that loan to said club, regardless of where this club may be in the Premier League. We could be looking at a top half Premier League team. We could be looking at a European team. We could be looking at a team that might be fighting down there with a potential relegation. To me, it's all about the experience, and it's all about him getting game time. The most important thing here, 38 Premier League games available plus cup competitions. We want to be sending him to a club where he's going to be starting on a regular basis, where he's going to be accumulating a lot of minutes in a position that he's comfortable with, that Manchester City will be able to utilise when he comes back to the club next summer. There will be a lot of interest, trust me, on Cole Palmer, regardless of how he's performed at the Under-21 Championships. Doing very well there, which is a massive bonus, and it's great to see. Does wonders for Cole Palmer's confidence and showcases to everybody just how good he can be. He does need that experience, he does need them minutes, and to me, he isn't a player that's going to benefit off being a fringe player at Manchester City, having the odd couple of minutes here and there. He needs to settle down, get stuck in, and take away all the experience, and the only way that happens is with regular minutes, with regular playing time. And so we have to find a club that are going to start him, that ideally playing a similar system to Manchester City with a similar style of football, so he can take away from that and come back stronger back to Manchester City. Remember, when we are loaning players out, it doesn't necessarily mean they're always going to come back to Manchester City and compete around the first team squad. It is a case that when you have lots of young players and a squad as strong as Manchester City, sometimes it may take 2-3 years for players to develop to be at the level that Manchester City may well be looking for, and through that to happen, sometimes permanent transfers do happen. Now, I'd like to keep hold of Cole Palmer. I don't want him to be sold this summer. I want him to be loaned out and assess the situation again next season and go from there. And that's seemingly looking like what Manchester City are doing. So to me, I think anyway that is the right thing to do. Now, moving on, we've got a big update here on Aymeric Laporte. We've not really had many updates throughout this summer. We know that he turned down a move to Tottenham Hotspur. We know that Aston Villa were interested in Aymeric Laporte. There hasn't been too much interest from elsewhere in Europe other than from a couple of Premier League teams. And Jamie Jackson has said that no decision has been made on Aymeric Laporte's future as of yet. He could still leave Manchester City. he may well stay at Manchester City. No concrete offers have come in, and Manchester City are believed to be looking for a good fee for Aymeric Laporte to leave the club. Now, I'm not too sure what impact this has on a potential deal with Josko Gvardiol. I am not too sure what the arrival of Gvardiol is going to mean for playing time and minutes for Aymeric Laporte. Personally, in my opinion, I think Laporte would be better leaving Manchester City than staying at Manchester City, because he's competing in a spot with Josko Gvardiol, Nathan Ake. I just don't see how Laporte gets the minutes, gets the playing time, unless there is an injury in Manchester City's defence or some other players leave, or we decide to move John Stones permanently into midfield, which would rule out us making any more signings in midfield. It could well take maybe Kyle Walker to leave, because that'll free up Manuel Akanji to go on the right side of centre-back, and of course you've got Stones that can cover there as well, so Laporte would be competing more, maybe with Nathan Ake on the left-hand side and Gvardiol competing with Diaz, or Laporte competing with Diaz and Gvardiol competing with Nathan Ake. I'm not too sure. We seem to be, with Gvardiol arriving, in my opinion, we're overstacked with centre-backs, and with the formation that Manchester City like to play, there isn't too many available minutes here. So that's why I said I think it'd be better for Laporte to leave, so he can be playing on a regular basis. And let's face it, Laporte could walk into most other Premier League teams' starting 11 and be at their starting 11 for the coming 3 to 5 years. With Manchester City, he is very much right now a rotated player, and for a great player like Aymeric Laporte, it is a great shame. In an ideal world, City want to sell him to Europe, but there just isn't that much interest, and this is the first time that I'm hearing word that Laporte could stay. So I'd love to know your thoughts of that in the comments below. Now, moving on to the ins, we've got the final transfer to speak about in today's video, and it comes in the form of an update. Of course it does, on Josko Gvardiol. Now, Sports Witness say that word from RB Leipzig is that RB Leipzig fully expect Josko Gvardiol to not be their player after this summer transfer window. They say, their words, Gvardiol, he's ready for the move to Manchester City. He's got everything prepared. His suitcases are packed. He is ready for his transfer, for his move to Manchester to play for Manchester City. We are just waiting for, so that's Gvardiol, that's all our fans, Manchester City Football Club and RB Leipzig as well. We're all just waiting for that deal to be agreed. Every single day it edges a little bit closer. We're working on that €100 million fee. The deal, the structures, the clauses, that is what is holding up that agreement. Manchester City are working on it. As I said, every single day we edge closer. You know, we're going up 1% every single day. Eventually, Josko Gvardiol, that agreement will be found, and he will be a Manchester City player. It's what I always say to you guys. Transfers, they take time. They don't take days to complete. They don't even take weeks. They take months. And this has been months in the pipeline, and still things are not sorted as of yet. It's a complicated transfer. It's an expensive transfer. We're just waiting on the finer details to be sorted. Patience is key here. I am still very confident that a deal will be agreed. Josko Gvardiol will be a Manchester City player this summer. In an ideal world, we want this sorting before we head to Japan for our pre-season tour, so he can have a few games under his belt, settled in, get used to the new system, his new teammates and his new surroundings. In an ideal world, we want that struck, so we'll be looking for a deal to be sorted in the next week. I can't sit here and say I think a deal's going to be sorted in the next week. I do not know. Eventually, we will have big breaking news, and that hurdle will be got over, that deal will be agreed, and I don't think it will take too long to get that transfer sorted and announced. But still, right now, patience. It edges closer, but still not sorted for that agreement between Manchester City and RB Leipzig. Still working on that fee. Personal terms, remember, not a problem. Once we get that agreement, it will be a medical to be completed, paperwork to be signed, and Josko Gvardiol announced as a Manchester City player soon, but not yet. So there we go. That has been today's transfer update. I hope you enjoyed the update. If you did enjoy this update, do leave a thumbs up. 300 likes is the aim, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. Do let me know your thoughts as well in the comments below. Subscribe if you're new around here. Remember, we're going daily with Manchester City transfer updates to keep you guys up to date, first and fast, on YouTube every single day with all the latest Manchester City transfer news. So if you haven't already, please do subscribe. It is free. Social media links, they're in the description below and sliding across at the bottom of the screen if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. Email also in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general general business inquiries. TikTok link also in the description if you want to go and follow me on there as well. That'd be much appreciated. And I'll see you guys again religiously tomorrow for the next daily Manchester City transfer update. So I've been JSGC. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope everyone is safe and well. Peace. Ciao for now.